5:03 p.m. Ah, the sea breeze feels so nice. Seriously, guys, thanks for giving me a lift. I didn't think those jerks would ditch me like that. Just to be clear, if you start shit, we're tossing your ass overboard. Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I'm game. And if you win, I can easily swim my way back to Langport. Remind me, why did we let her come with us? She was fighting us to the death literally 5 minutes ago. Ah, whatever, anyway. I'm still trying to figure out what Kasim's thinking. Yeah, I'm still mulling over what he said before he took off. His words seem to carry a hidden meaning. That concludes this part of our risk assessment. We will also be investigating Heilong Shengzai and a few other areas. I also have to conduct military exercises with the Navy, so I very much doubt I will be able to offer any assistance. It's cool, not like I have a mirror to hire you and your people anyway. Good luck with all the stuff you have to do.
I can see you grasped the meaning behind my words during our conversation in Basel.
What conversation was that?
That's all I have to say on the matter. Except for one thing. One day, you must give me your answer.
Do you have any idea what he was getting at? Well...
There are a number of matters Abi and I disagree on. Whether you are suited to being a warrior is very much one of them.
Like I said earlier, I performed the role of a priestess in my village's New Year's festival. And you wowed the ever-loving hell out of them, right? Well, yes. But the role had another... You know what? Never mind. Forgot I said anything. Sorry if you guys are worried about me. I'm totally A-okay. If you say so. I'm not sure I agree with Harry's self-assessment. Something appears to be weighing on her mind. Yeah, but it doesn't sound like she's ready to open up about it. Alright, back to the main topic. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess Gaolong wasn't the one who gave you that job. Right on the mirror. I received the offer in an anonymous orb mail. It said those who are lurking in the shadows of the Eroded Cave have a job for you. I asked Gaolang straight up if he was the one who sent the message, and he was quick to deny it. Not exactly the best of technology, so tracing it back to the sender wasn't really an option. Why in alias's name did you accept such a shady sounding job? Actually, scratch that. The fact that it sounded shady probably made it even more appealing to you. And the sender probably knew that. So they baited her? Yep, they got me like a fish on a hook, and I'm content because I got a duel with the strongest warrior out of a deal. That said, I'm still a little curious about who exactly hired me. Gaolang let it slip that he wasn't the one calling the shots. Yep, I'd very much like to meet the person who's keeping the legendary foremost fighter on a string. They have a cunning to outwit the elders of Heiyue without giving away a single hint as to their true identity. Their powers of foresight and natural intelligence must be off the charts. Just who could they be? The number of people who fit those particular parameters would be rather small. They'd also need to have a foothold in Heiyue and be able to track the Lu family's movements. I don't know, if they were that close to the Lus, Zhao and Ashen would have found them out by now. I don't think there's anyone there who...
Wait.
Oh, did a light bulb go off?
There's no way. Shit. That bastard.
Do you have some idea who it is?
Yeah, there can only be one person. Now that I think about it, there's a bunch of circumstantial evidence that points to him.
Okay.
Administering poison, forging evidence for tax evasion, and suppressing the remnants of the Lai family. I thought it would have been impossible for one person to orchestrate all that. That's why I dropped him from my list of suspects early on. He played me like a damn fiddle.
You sound pretty sure. I'm gonna trust your hunch.
And I will as well. He matches all of the qualifications we outlined. Only he could draft a scheme that even our main AI failed to foresee. What a terrifying man.
Wow, he sure got us all good.
Huh? Are you saying it's...
Zhao?
The culprit who's been pulling the strings behind the scenes is Zhao Li. It can't be anyone else.
Damn it, no, the call's not going through. Does that mean he's got Ashen? Probably, best to assume that at this point. However, it's unlikely that Mrs. Liu is in immediate danger. That guy's planned everything to the last detail. He's always been a sly as a fox, and that's all the more reason we can't trust him. You got that right. We need a plan. If we rush in without one, we'll be playing right into his hands. Yeah, you're probably right. Let's put on our thinking caps then. First, let's go over what our original plan was. We were planning to give our report at the Great Spire, were we not? Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had people stationed there. Probably would pounce on us the second we walked through the door. We'll have to head in there eventually, so let's make sure we have everything we need. Might as well do a quick sweep of the town too. That's fine and all, but what do we do about a crazy chick? Oh no, please don't tell me you were planning on coming with. And you just under contract with them like an hour ago?
Yeah, but said contract's up now. The past is in the past. Also, I've been interested in those 4 SPGs of yours. It feels like the goddess herself has ordained us to work together. Of course, you could defy her will by shooing me away, but I'm gonna follow you anyway. We're stuck together like glue.
Why is she like this? Personally, I think it would be wise to accept her aid. For sure, but it's not like she's giving us much choice here. Well, Vamsa breaks, fair warning, be prepared to work till you drop. If you start slacking or you distract any of us, you're getting the boot, got that?
Sure thing, boss.
Jack's still just card games, I assume? Yep. What quests do we have?
What have we got?
Rumors and regrets. There's been some pretty weird rumors floating around about Aaron lately. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a mole, but I figured I should at least bring it to your team's attention. Anyway, meet me at Goiha Fandian. I'll explain the rest there. Sit.
Ooh, so this is a 4 SPG. Sounds like a ball.
You're sure wasting no time butting into our business?
Better not be thinking we'll be sharing the reward with you, because that ain't happening.
That's perfectly fine. The fun I'll have along the way will be its own reward.
I've got a real bad feeling about this.
Hey, that is to say, Gian has always treated local inns like ours with great respect. I can even remember him saying, Langport has only been able to thrive due to the contributions of people like yourselves. I just hope the man has a smooth recovery so he can visit again. I'll have all his favorite dishes prepared in celebration. Sit. Oh, Evan, I didn't realize you were back. I've actually had something bothering me lately, and I kinda wanted to see if you had anything to say about it. Yeah, I saw the request on the bulletin board. Something about rumors that's been doing the circuit? Maybe it's that thing we heard about earlier today? It certainly sounded like the kind of thing that could hurt Mr. Vay's reputation. Basically, it's about how, after all his wandering, Aaron's finally decided to settle down with someone. Then they start talking about how you had a change of heart and broke it off with this girl. Some even go so far as claiming you got violent with her. Oh, I heard that one too. That was you we were talking about? I guess it's even more widespread now than it was earlier. I'm not too concerned about some petty rumors. I mean, the first half of it isn't even all that bad. Oh, so you are getting married? No, I'm not. I'm not in a serious relationship. I sure as hell don't have any plans of settling down anytime soon. Yeah, if Aaron told me he was settling down, I'd think he was dying. Guessing that's why he wanted to talk to us about it. Who's spreading these rumors anyway? Seems like Rui Lee's behind it. Rui Lee? I wouldn't have pegged her as a type. What's she even up to these days? Haven't seen her around in a while. Who's Rui Lee? An old friend we used to hang out with. She didn't come with you guys to the capital when she came to visit, did she? Nah, she said she wasn't feeling up to it at the time. Huh, sounds like you broke it off with her after all. I did not. How did you even know she was the one that started it? Our friends have a bit of an information network between us. But as far as where Rui Lee is right now, I've got no clue. Like Aaron said, she hasn't been really around much lately. Well, if it's just a rumor, I'm sure it'll die down over time. That's usually how these things go anyway. Actually, I suspect this particular rumor won't go away unless we directly confront Miss Rui Lee about it. I'm a bit concerned that no one seems to know where she is though. Yeah, even if it's just a dumb rumor, close friends mixed up in it to find out what's going on. But we're pressed for time as it is, and it's not really up to me. What do you say, boss? Got time to look into it? Maybe? I'd like to get to the Great Spire as soon as we can, but something smells off about this. I doubt Zao's involved, but it would be better to resolve all our issues before we move on. I really appreciate it. That makes me feel loads better. Well, even if he didn't take the case, I was planning to look into it on my own when I could. I figured as much. You're kind of an open book. Stop acting like you're my dad or something. Let's just get investigating already. We don't want to lose any more time. We're going to need more info first though. Where should we start? Perhaps we should make our way over to Gambit? Miss Coleman and Mr. Trevor may know something about these rumors. I see, so that's how you handle these types of situations? I guess that's the Spriggan way, huh? Or maybe more like the Aaron way? Glad I'm getting a chance to see how the other half lives for once. Just don't go doing anything crazy, alright? Really? The Aaron way? That was the best you could come up with? Whatever. Let's just get this show on the road already. I'm not sure if somebody's got a grudge against me or if they're trying to keep us out of a Great Spire. But whoever it is, whether it's Rui Lee or somebody else, they seem to be trying pretty hard to get my attention. So I say we give them what they want.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Got a question for you.
Jack, what do you know about this? Yeah, we've been hearing the rumors about Aaron too. Didn't realize Rui Lee was the one who started them. You're close with her, ain't you, Hal? I'm not sure close is the right word, but I have talked with her at the bar a few times. She's been coming by ever since winter last year. It was like she was here all the time at one point. But ever since the new year, she's been coming less and less. So you probably don't have any idea where she's at either? Oh wait, I remember her mentioning a job actually. I think she said she was starting work at a local brothel. I heard it just opened recently in Newtown too. You should try asking somebody who works there. Just open in Newtown? Alright, I know the place. Actually, I have a manager's number. I'll go ahead and give him a call. So she's a hooker now? A hooker? Does she sell fishing hooks or something? Where would she want to do that? The world can be a strange place, Fairy. If you're so curious, why not look it up on your cipher later? That's a great idea. Language learning works much better when you have a little help after all. It sounds like I better activate the child filter on Miss Alpha-Yet's cipher. He said she's free right now, so I asked if he wouldn't mind meeting with you. He'll be waiting in the plaza right next to the movie theater in Newtown. Thanks a ton. We'll head right over there. Are you friends with a guy like that anyway? Jack, have you been... I knew the guy way before he was put in charge. Oh, and one more thing, Van. Lately there have been some gamblers around town who've been preying on women. They're a pair of guys named Dean and Jet. Haven't heard of them. They new around here? They've been popping up more and more over time. Don't exactly care for their playstyle though. They like to put their opponent at ease by letting them win the first round, and they go in for a kill. Beyond that, they're just a little too flashy for my liking. Well, in spite of Hallie's glowing review, these guys aren't cheats. They're genuinely talented card players. Either one of them is on the same level as Aaron. They sound like fun to me. Maybe I'll have to play around with them sometime. Why do those names sound so familiar? Right, we'll keep an eye out. Jet and Dean. Let's head to Newtown.
Let's do this.
Let's head to Newtown.
Nothing seems too out of the ordinary. However...
Wait! I'm sensing a hostile presence from over there.
What, from the Great Spire? Does that mean...
Oh, you must be Jack's friends. That's us. Here's my card. Aquad Solutions. I guess the capital got all kinds of professions, huh? You mentioned you wanted to ask about one of our employees? Really, wasn't it? Yeah, we were hoping you could tell us where she is right now. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure. It's actually been a bit of a problem lately. Been having a difficult time getting her to talk with me. Has she been upset at work? No, but she has seemed a bit preoccupied with something lately. I tried asking her if something was wrong, but all she did was wave me off. That's why I decided to have another employee approach her instead. Turns out that Wu Li has something of a gambling problem. Seems to have started around the end of last year. I've even gone to see her play myself. What I can tell, there's a specific group of gamblers she tends to spend her time with. Interesting, but you make it sound like she hasn't been enjoying herself. What the hell is she up to? Any chance you know what kind of places she frequents? Well, let me think. I've seen her hanging around the park occasionally. Actually, it's often right around this time of day. Those were usually days when she had shifts at work, so I'd imagine she was stopping by on her way in. When you say park, do you mean the one that's nearby? Yes, that's one. The last time I saw her there was right at the beginning of the year, not long after she started working with us. We should go take a look. It might offer us some insight into her whereabouts. Right. Thanks for the information. Sorry if you interrupted anything. Not at all. I just wish I could be of more help. Here, let me give you my business card, just in case. That's got my T-phone number on it too, so if anything comes up, don't hesitate to call. And of course, please feel free to contact me if you're ever interested in our services. I think I'm good actually. Wouldn't feel right patronizing a place where Aaron's friend works. I suppose it makes sense. Well, I'd better get back. Have a good night. Sheesh, guess he didn't want to miss a chance to rope in a new customer. Anyway, let's go check out that park.
Would you care for a Monto?
It's a perfect place to take a little stroll. She's not here.
Here's your schedule. Here's your schedule.
Well, no, really. Really? Where have you been? And who's that guy? Shit, what the hell's her problem? The man she was with, he's probably one of the gamblers her boss mentioned. No way of knowing for sure though. About that, I actually managed to take a picture of him just before the two of them entered the vehicle. Alright, anybody ever tell you that you're one hell of a mate? 10 out of 10 for sure. Well, let's make good use of that picture then. Mind sending it over my way with that? Oh, I see. You plan to send it to the manager we just spoke of? You should be receiving it right about now. I hope you hear back from him soon. About a minute after Van forwarded the picture, the group received a response. He said never seen that guy before. The gamblers that Ryu Lee was playing with were dressed more like some guys you'd see in a host club. Sounds like a certain other couple of creeps we've heard about lately. Lately there have been some gamblers around town who've been preying on women. They're a pair of guys named Dean and Jed. They like to put their opponents at ease by letting them win the first round, and they go in for the kill. Beyond that, they're just a little too flashy for my liking. Didn't expect to be paying them a visit so soon. I'm sure Jack will know where to find them. Right, let's head back to Gambit. Apparently, Jack doesn't have a number.
Off we go.
Yet. One group explained what they had learned to Jack and Hallie. So that's what happened to William. I should have cleaned those guys out a long time ago. I'm sure if we'd put the squeeze on them sooner, she'd never have... I get how you feel, but what's done is done. It seems like there might be something else that led her down that path too. Something someone was able to prey on. They must have convinced her that gambling was the only way she could get what she wanted. It must have been something that made her vulnerable, huh? Man should have come to me or the other guys about it first. So, where are these two gamblers anyway? They have a stand over in the second ward of the Eastern Quarter, not far from the Taiwan restaurant. Let me go with you. I might be able to be of some help. Whatever makes you feel better, Hell. Just don't let your guard down. You know I won't. I doubt they'll be willing to give us information for free. I feel much more at ease with you along, Miss Coleman. Alright, let's go see what we're made of.
What a nice bath.
Yeah, I think I'll take a bath. Hello, young lady. Didn't I see you eating gelato a minute ago? Oh, I see. You must be traveling with Aaron the Spriggan. That's right, I go back with these guys. By the way, your baths may be a little different from the ones back home. They're still quite comfy, so thanks a bunch. I'm glad to hear it. Please feel free to come back anytime you like. Actually, wait a minute. You're saying you went into the baths already? Don't believe I ever saw you enter the changing room. She did say something about being in stealth mode when she popped into the man's bath. Ikaruga's stealth ability is astonishingly effective at concealing a human presence. Seems to be on the same level as Shard stealth. Sheesh, if you ask me, it makes her even more annoying to deal with.
Welcome to
I hate getting sweaty, but I could get used to this.
Oh, I'm really working up a sweat.
I feel fully refreshed after that.
Stay warm out there, you hear?
What a nice bath.
Let's see here. What did I need to pick up next?
Yeah.
You hear about that hay miss?
These must be the guys. Guess we should start planning what to do next. Yeah, I bet she's really starting to miss us now. What's up, fellas? You sure sound like you're having fun. We're talking about chatting up some chicks. Hell, that's one of my favorite pastimes. What so you let me in on the fun too, huh? Where'd you come from? Look, we haven't got time to entertain men, my friend. No, if you were a cute girl, that would be a different story. Let me be straight with you then. I'd better not hear about either of you hanging out with Willy ever again. So you're Aaron Way, huh? We know all about you. And as far as Willy goes, we're just a few friends of hers, that's all. Yeah, we're to decide who she gets to hang around with. You know what, you're right. She can hang out with you losers all she wants. But as far as I'm concerned, you dipshits don't deserve to even breathe the same air as her. Anyway, right now, my good friend is out there saying some crap that got my ears tingling. And you're gonna tell me where she is. I expect you to spill every last detail. You're definitely talking big game. I can see now why you got the girls falling all over you. But I'm afraid our ties with Willy are a little more sturdy than some half-baked intimidation attempts. She owes us 500,000 mirror. Let's just say she got a little too addicted to playing with us. And who do you think introduced her to the loan shark? You get it now, don't you? Mira binds the three of us tighter than blood. Or should I say, the four of us? These guys are sick. Four, huh? I must be talking about that guy we saw with in Newtown. Okay, I get what you're saying. Should have known better than to think I could get the info out of you for free. How about we settle this with a game of 7 hearts? We win, you tell us where the girl is? You're on. We're men of our word after all, especially when it comes to gambling. So if you win, I promise we tell you where where the loan shark is. Perfect. I just need to pick another player and... Hold your horses, Paul. I think we'll be the ones picking the other player. Huh? Wouldn't be a fair match unless everybody on the same level, right? Which is why Hallie Coleman is completely out of the question. What the hell, sounds to me like you're just chickening out. Let's see now. I think the other player should be... I'd like to play. You? Do you know this man, Miss Mizurugi? Not really, but the name sounds a little familiar. You forgot already? We met just yesterday. She was wandering around the city, so we called out to her to ask if she'd like to play a game. But she completely decimated us. It was like she knew every card before she even saw it. Sounds to me like you're a little more than familiar with them. I guess maybe I'm just really bad at remembering background characters? Anyway, she's totally out. That little girl over there, she's going to be your partner, Aaron. I know you only pick me because you think I'm weak. If I may, I'm also unaccustomed to games of this nature. Why not allow me to... No, Reset, let me handle this. Shame will fall upon the warrior who refuses a challenge. I accept. Miss Lafayette. I assume you'll at least let me explain the rules to her? Sure, whatever, but any more conditions and we'll call the whole thing off. Now that that's settled, let's get ready to play. Sorry, sir. We're going to need to borrow that table again. You didn't have to jump in with both feet, Malfoy. I show them a 2 or I can't be defeated so easily. We're really gonna need your help with this one, Howling. Don't worry, I got this. I hope I don't need to play because I'm not good at 7 hearts. The game ends when any player's life points reach 0. When that happens, we add the number of cards in each player's hands with their remaining life points, and the one with the highest score wins. Yeah, that's the same rules as a standard 4-player match. Now you ready to lose? I'm good to go over here. Ali walked me through the strategy earlier. Let's see. In order to win, one of us will be playing the aggressor, the other will be in a supporting role. Given our seating order, I have to be the aggressor. But I need to make sure I play the cards Hallie signals me to. If I remember right, the signs were... I give you 3 signs in total. The first is when I fold my arms, that means stay your hand. The second is when I clear my thought, that means play the fire card. The thought is when I sniffle, that means play the Mirage card. That thought sign will most likely play a role in whether we win or lose, so try not to forget. Wish I could have more time to talk over strategy with Aaron though. Don't worry, Aaron knows what he's doing. This should make for an interesting match. Just gonna tell everybody what his hand is, alright? Oh come on, I know better than that. Dean has 3 cards, Jet has 4 cards, Aaron has 6. Now I need to deal damage to someone. Let's see which card to play next. Stay your hand. Wait, that means I shouldn't play a card. Pass. Good, she's picking up on the signals. Now we can rotate hands and get some better cards. Each sharer's life points gradually shifted as they continued the game. Until finally Fairy's turn to make the decisive play came around. Now Dean has 3 cards, Jet has 7 cards, and Aaron has 2. This is where we make our move. Mirage. I play this one. A Mirage card now? Yes, I'm swapping my hand with Jets. Nice going, Fairy. You even targeted the perfect person. Way to go, small fry. I can't believe we lost. I really did it. That serves you right. Excellent work, you two. Thanks for your help, Hell. I'm just getting it all worked out. Alright, it's time you guys put your mirror where your mouth is. Of course. The loan shark is based out of a harbor district. Where in the harbor district? I was just about to tell you, I swear. It was the far end of a wharf. He goes in and out of the area near the little street vendor's place all the time. We really should be there now. Oh yeah, we've been around the place before. Shady types sure like to stick to the same spots. Let's get over there. Actually, there's a little something I need to take care of first. You guys go on ahead, I'll catch up with you later. Ah, where do you think he's going? Don't worry about it, come on guys. Finally caught up with you guys. I was starting to think you weren't going to show at all, but you went off to anyway. Don't you know the hero only ever shows up at the last minute? Come on, let's do this thing. Anyway, I figured you'd show up sooner or later. Yeah, we already paid a little visit to your gambler buddies, so let's just get straight to business. There's only a few people in this town that would have something to gain from hurting my reputation. Which means, you have a Lai family, aren't you? Since I'm close with the Lu family, you figured you could throw a little more dirt on their name by proxy. Bravo, right you are! You really managed to turn into a rather unsightly eyesore for us. As far as rumors go, I would have thought you could come up with something a little more juicy, to be honest. Well, that's what you think, then it seems you don't really understand the true reasoning behind this deception after all. You see, I left the rumor milling to your little friend here. If you have any complaints, I suggest you take them up with her. Really? True reasoning, give me a break. You sure act high and mighty for a guy holding debt over it. Wouldn't be surprised if you have threatened her into spreading those lies in the first place. What do you know? Building up debt, working in a brothel, making up rumors? All of it was my decision. But the reason I end up like this is because of you, Aaron. This is all your fault. My fault? I barely even seen you since I moved to the capital. You're the one who started putting distance between us. You're doing all this because Aaron left, aren't you? What do you mean? It's all just conjecture based on what we know so far. But Aaron moved to the capital in September of last year. That's right before you got hooked on gambling. I can tell just from how Aaron's been reacting, but you're not usually the type to do stuff like that. And that's not to mention the expression on your face when you spotted your new town. You looked furious, like someone who had a significant amount of built-up resentment. I almost feel bad for a poor girl having her feelings exposed so blithely. Really? Is that true? All I ever did was try and get you to notice me. But at some point even being around you made me feel like my heart was bleeding. Because it was like you never even cared. I thought that maybe once there was some distance between us, it would get a little easier. But no, it only made it worse. That's when I started looking for something else. Something that would help me move on for good. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, it hurts. I just need an outlet. Yeah, she was looking for a way to fight back against the love who would never look away, that only ever saw her as a friend. And that's when I stepped in to make her a deal. If she was willing to damage your reputation, I'd write off all the interest on her loan. You're horrible. So basically took advantage of her when she was at her lowest. Well, I believe we have a full understanding of the situation now. If you try to put a stop to her rumors, everything she's worked so hard for will all go down the drain. Knew I smelled somebody waiting in the wings. What are you planning to do with him? You promised you wouldn't hurt Aaron. Do I look like someone who keeps his promises? Aaron? Don't worry about me, just get out of the way for now. This is my fight, you guys stay out of it. But you'll be totally outnumbered. Hey, are you deaf, old man? As your boss, your safety is my personal responsibility, and no, you don't get a say in that. Enough talk, make sure that bread is beaten to a pulp. Alright then, come on and get some.
This room's pretty sizable, so don't get caught. Activating skill.
Go! You'll pay for that. It's go time! I'll dice you up! Chance!
Full boost! Go all out! Activate shield!
I'll dice you up!
Don't screw with me!
Activating skill.
Blazing fire! Chance!
Give him your all!
Too slow!
You'll be sorry for that!
Come on, stop missing.
Keep moving, Van!
Too slow!
It's go time!
Oh,
Keep
didn't
moving,
notice.
Van!
Your all!
Gotcha!
Sorry, Aaron. Come now, you must be tired after a fight like that, right? As if you see, I actually have a certain way of dealing with life family chumps like you. You better look forward to a lifetime of debt, you greedy little trump. You're going to pay back every single meal, including interest. You want your money back? Fine. Huh? 500,000 mira exactly. Take it. And another thing, if you ever come near Willie again, Don't expect to have 2 working legs after. You got a problem with me? Tell me to my face next time. Huh? So that's what you went off to do. It was so cool. Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm not looking for an apology. I only did all this to help out a good friend of mine, that's it. But I do have something to say to you, actually. Don't you ever go getting mixed up with scum like that again. If you're in trouble, you come to me next time. If I can't do something about it, Sid and the others will help you figure it out. That's what friends are for. You're right. Thank you, Aaron. I never betray you guys like that again, I promise. And I swear I pay back all of that 500,000 mirror. I work and work until I've paid back every last bit. I know you will, but try not to stress over it too much, okay? Just make sure I get it back before I bite the big one. So that was the little errand you were running earlier? I'm guessing you planned to pay off her debt from the start? You seriously gotta stop playing everything so cool, bro. Oh, I didn't realize you were here as well, Mr. Sid. Hal called me, so I rushed over. We really appreciate what you've done for us. I'm just glad it's all over now. That sure was a lot of mirror, though. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be. That redhead sure is an interesting guy. Or maybe it's just the boss rubbing off on him? Not likely. That's just how Aaron is. Miss Wee Lee certainly looks much happier now. Rumors she spread will likely dissipate before too long. That was the money your mother left to you, wasn't it, Aaron? I heard about it from Sid. Sheesh, leave it to him to blab about my business to a kid. The truth is only half of it came from Mom, the rest I saved up from working at a theater. Guess all those leading lady roles really did have you rolling in it. But I know he hasn't been on stage in a while, so how did he really get that 500,000 mirror? You did a really chivalrous thing there. And without any hesitation either. Not just anyone can do something like that. It was a small price to pay to put an end to all that mess. Of course I say that, but... Interested in giving me a raise, old-timer?
Well done, everyone.
Reward deposited.
But no new quests here, right? And the other thing is just for basketball.
Here's your schedule. Go, go, go!
So what's the other quest?
What have we got?
Cave Monstrum.
Indeed.
Back to the Eroded Cave with us.
On my way.
Oh, very soothing.
So many enemies. Watch out! Slaying enemies use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
I suggest we strike now.
Let's party!
Give them your all!
Big fist! Take this!
It's go time!
Going all in!
Cypher, activate! Let's party!
Yeah, at 100 retreat, I know, but
I suggest we strike now.
Going all in!
Let's party!
There you are. Strike. Reset. Full boost. Activating skill. Watch closely. Accelerating. Cast. It's over. Radiant Seeker. Boost gauge limiter removed.
You'll pay for that.
Give them your all!
There!
Mr. Wen.
You'll be sorry for that! Cypher, activate!
Displaying information.
Let's party!
Yusbi Alaham Al-Fusta! There!
Let's party!
Certain are give them your
It's
all!
over! You're crushed!
Gotcha!
Mr. Wen! Here's my chance. Full activating skill. Ha!
Too slow! Don't screw with me!
I suggest we strike now.
Flake!
Mr. Wen!
Talon Barrage! Get out of here!
Go!
Reset! Take over!
Chance!
Activating
Stay
skill!
put! Hit him fast, Fairy!
Too slow!
Reset! Initiating drive.
Get out of here!
Go!
Reset! Take over! Here goes!
Energy output at activating skill.
Take that, you ass! Here goes!
Activating skill.
Out with a bang! Soar for me! Phoenix dance!
Boost gauge limit crush.
That's how it goes.
a Mewtwo quartz.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
No enemies.
Good. Then
Time to depart.
Ultra Otis, Holocore. 250 ambushes. A Noval gem. Good, but turn in our SPs.
That's how it goes.
Gain 11 SP by progressing über Märchengarten. rest, and I would end the episode here. And next time we take our rounds around the city, and yeah, after that we probably enter the Great Spire and confront Zao. Until next time, then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.